Look at us. Hey, look at us.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought?
Not me.
Would you look at that Washington Commanders nation? Through a quarter of the season, the Washington Commanders are clearly the best team in the NFC East. And here's why I think Washington has a chance to actually pull this off in an evaluation season where winning isn't even necessarily on the table. Let's talk about it. I'm Rio Robinson. This is Rambling About Washington. On Washington Commanders Nation, it is Victory Monday for the third week in a row. And for the second week in a row, Washington is now media darlings. Media darlings through the NFL. They're using our rookie quarterback as the header picture for the NFL official Twitter page. I repeat, our quarterback, Jaden Daniels, is the header for the NFL official Twitter page. We are officially media darlings, and we're in our relevant era again. The Eagles wet the bed versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're down their two starting receivers, and their defense looks putrid right now. The Dallas Cowboys look vulnerable. They look beatable, and they're without Parsons and Lawrence for the next few weeks. Are they cooked? And the New York Giants fans are playing draft jersey swap roulette on the timeline right now. They're out here figuring out which college quarterback they have to suck enough to get. So, with that being said, Washington is clearly playing the best ball in the division right now. And don't let people switch the narrative up, because we see it happening here in 4K. Look how it's unfolding. It goes from, but y'all ain't going to beat Joe Burrow in primetime in his house. It goes from, but Kyler Murray's playing ball. They about to wax y'all. Y'all are not ready for that Arizona offense. It goes from that to, but Washington hasn't beat anyone. Who has Washington beat? Oh my God. Like, why are y'all so psyched about being number one? No, y'all don't get to throw us in a trash can all off season. Y'all don't get to exclude us from NFC East conversations and treat us like the adopted ugly duckling child for all these years for us to not stick our chest out. We're not even supposed to be here right now. We are in an evaluation process. It's like when you bought a company, you're not expecting it to take off to new heights in your first year. This is like we're coming in immediately and seeing return on investment. Rookie quarterback, rookie general manager, new coaching staff, 13 new starters and 24 new players, and we're already getting to the shits. We're the most disciplined team in the division. We have the most high-powered offense in the division, and it's not like 2012. This don't feel nothing like 2012. We didn't start out 3-1 in 2012. We didn't come out and dominate on the offensive side of the ball in 2012. This is not some rinky-dink-ass one-read offense. We have a quarterback that processes. We have a quarterback that does not repeat mistakes. We have a quarterback finally here in D.C., and he's playing the best ball in the division as well. I would rank him right now. I would say Jaden's at the top of the division. Pick whoever you like between Dak and Daniel Jones to be second. And Jalen Hurts is playing the worst football in the division. Do I care that his number one and number two receiver is out? No, because them motherfuckers built a top 3 to 4 roster in this league. So next man up should be an option for y'all. Y'all are in Super Bowl or bust mode, Philadelphia. Super Bowl or bust mode. Y'all robbed us, remember? Remember Ski Mask Howie robbed us for Jahan Dotson. Bama got 50 yards in 4 weeks of football. How you like them apples? We robbed the Commanders for Cooper DeJean. Has Cooper DeJean even flashed on a football field in 4 weeks? Can't relate, because most of our draft picks that have got on the football field have made an impact immediately. Brandon Coleman and Andrew Wiley were up there amongst the top tackles graded yesterday. Our offensive line is cooking. Shout out to OG Bobby Johnson. Fuck what the Giants fans were talking about. It was them that was the problem and not him. He's already came here and is already seeing a phenomenal return on our offensive linemen. Shout out to new additions Nick Allegretti and Tyler Biotish. Rookie Brandon Coleman, even Cornelius Lucas playing part-time left tackle. Them boys are getting busy and they're moving bodies up front. We got a four-headed rushing attack. Our RB1, RB2, and RB3. And our quarterback is better than everybody in the Dallas Cowboys backfield. They don't have one running back that can outrush any of our guys that we tote the rock to so far this season. What the fuck actually is a Rico Dowdle? We're going to talk our shit. We're going to enjoy this moment, and we're going to carry this momentum into a homestand next week with Diddy Deshaun Watson and Cleveland coming to town as we're looking to start 4-1. And I'm looking at the division. I'm looking at the Dallas Cowboys schedule for the next few weeks. They have to play these games without DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons. And you might as well say without a backfield because their running backs are fucking putrid. They have to go in prime time against the Steelers. I'm not sure if the Steelers can keep up from an offensive standpoint, but their defense is going to get after Dak. The Detroit Lions, then a bye. Then the Niners, and then the Falcons, and then the Eagles, and then the Texans. Oh, boy. And then the Washington Commanders one more time. The Pittsburgh Steelers, the Lions, the Niners, the Falcons, the Eagles, the Texans, the Commanders, and then the Giants again, and then the Bengals coming up for the Dallas Cowboys. Their goose may be cooked by Thanksgiving. Their collapse usually takes place in January. We may be watching the demise in 4K happen before November even hits the schedule. Will they go on a heater? They're possible to do so. They're liable to do so. But without their quarterback of their defense and their next best player on their defense, Dallas may be absolutely cooked. The Eagles have it a little bit easier from a schedule standpoint. When you look at the records, they got Watson. They got a bye week this week. They got a very early bye, a week 5 bye to get their life right, to get guys healthy. And maybe Jalen Hurts can learn how to throw a fucking football over these next couple weeks. And then they come back week 6 to host the Cleveland Browns. Then they go to the Giants, which is not a gimme game because the Giants are actually playing people tough. Then they go to Cincinnati in week 8. They're not going to see the same Cincinnati we saw. They're going to see Cincinnati with their lives together a little bit. That defense is still food, but the Bengals can surely beat them. And the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are 0-4, that's also a toss-up game because the Jags may be playing better football a few weeks from now. So the way I see it right now, Washington has a chance to arrive earlier than scheduled programming allowed us to do so. And the reason why, the main reason why, is because our rookie quarterback is a fucking NFL sensation. He outgained Bo Nix and Caleb Williams combined stats yesterday in Arizona. We went straight to Arizona from Cincinnati. Didn't make a stop home. Didn't take a stop. Stayed out there, practiced at Arizona State in t-shirt jerseys all week, and whooped that ass for 60 minutes on Sunday. You love to see it. Washington's offense. Let's just bask in all of these stats and all of these historic things Jaden Daniels and this Washington Commanders offense is doing. Most consecutive scoring drives, excluding kneel down, since the year of 2000. Your Washington Commanders with 16, and number 2, 2019 Ravens with 14, and the 2018 Saints with 14. Highest completion percentage in a 4-game span in a season since the NFL merger. Number 1, 2024 Jaden Daniels at 82.1%. 2008 Peyton Manning, 81.8%. 2007 Tom Brady, 79.2%. This is Jaden's first 4 NFL starts. The other 2 guys on this list won the NFL MVP. Jaden Daniels has an 82.1 completion percentage after his first 4 games. I love it. And Washington has the most efficient offense through the first 4 weeks of the season since 2000 on an EPA per drive standpoint. The number 2, the 07 Patriots that went 16-0 is the only offense that's been more efficient in the season through the first 4 weeks of the season since 2000. 23 scoring drives, 19 incomplete passes, 4 punts. Let me say this shit one more time because it's fucking beautiful when you hear the words out loud. 23 scoring drives, 19 incomplete passes, and 4 punts. The 1973 Rams are the only team in the Super Bowl era that had more scoring drives, 21, than incomplete passes in their first 4 games of the season. Jaden threw his first interception, and we ain't mad at it, man. The odds of Jaden Daniels completing every one of his 35 pass attempts under 15 yards based on the completion probability of each pass was 1 in 4,545. He is out here doing the motherfucking thing. And Eagles fans, that's what it looks like when your quarterback is a good thrower and a natural thrower of the football. I can't say the same thing about your guy right now. My guy has more scoring drives than incompletions in his first 4 games. He looks mature in the pocket. He maneuvers the pocket and he processes and sees the field. Let's fucking go. Even Nick Allegretti was like, about time he made a mistake. It was good he got that interception out of his system. I'm glad he got it out of his system. Last thing before we close out this video. NFL, Roger Goodell, I have one request for you. I petition all NFL fans when I say this. Nobody wants to watch Daniel Jones versus Joe Burrow on primetime in week 6. Everybody wants to watch Jaden Daniels at Lamar Jackson on Sunday Night Football. Let's start the flexing, baby. Nobody should have to sit through 60 minutes or 3.5 hours real time of watching that putrid team that plays in New Jersey on Sunday Night Football. Get them the fuck out of there and put Lamar Jackson versus Jaden Daniels, the future versus the now, the 2 electrifying athletic guys that are putting on for black quarterbacks worldwide. That's what we want on Sunday Night Football. Get that Bengals Giants poo-poo bowl the fuck out of here, please, and thank you. But we'll talk more about that game when we get there. Washington got the man formerly known as Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns coming up after a loss to the Raiders this week. It's Victory Monday. Victory Monday stream coming up at 2 p.m. and NFC East Family Reunion quarterly check-in tonight. And tomorrow, I'm doing a quarterly check-in with the big dogs. I got Louis T, Ed Oliver, and Rico from Street Scores coming on. Let's bask in this momentous feeling of euphoria, hysteria, and new beginnings in D.C. Until next time, hail to the Washington Commanders, Commander Rio. Ow.